Let me tell you guys something, okay? That was all Eddie Hearn. I mean, sure, Chris Eubank Jr. being the fighter of Conor Ben, of Chris Eubank Jr. being his promoter, smacked Conor in the face with the egg. We know that. That's covered. That's done. But Eddie Hearn got right in the middle of everything that happened. And I think he used that as a diversion to show his true colors towards Ben Shalom. You guys know that Ben Shalom, a few years ago, before the Turkey al-Sheikh movement, was kind of creeping on the come up. He was one of those guys that was kind of inching himself inside the door, inside the room, staying inside the room, getting acquainted, getting fighters, getting fights, making things happen, this and that, back and forth. He's rubbing elbows with this guy, bumping heads with that guy. You know what I mean? That's Ben Shalom. And Ben Shalom was rumored, to have the formation or the potential to be the next Eddie Hearn. Okay, because he's younger, he's, British, and Eddie Hearn, looking at that, still doing what Eddie Hearn's doing, being a promoter, being charismatic, being in the spotlight, making interviews and all that good stuff. Well, you got Ben Shalom now that has become his light competition. And we know, or you can imagine, that Eddie don't really care much for Ben Shalom. You know what I mean? Because he's, there is only one room for a young promoter. You know what I mean? He tolerates, George Warren, because, George Warren is kind of like how he is with his father, Barry Hearn. You know what I'm saying? So he gets that. But there's no room for another one. So I think that's his mindset when it comes to Ben Shalom. But out of nowhere, it showed action speaks louder than words. Tone speaks sometimes more or over words. Your actions speak louder than anything. And his actions was aggressive. Eddie Hearn showed that he was aggressive. He showed that he felt some type of way about Ben Shalom. And you could see Ben Shalom really wasn't doing much. It was Eddie using that as an excuse or a window to show, I don't like you. If I had the opportunity, I would punch you in the face. Take that shove. Take that. Take that. No diddy. Right? So that's what he was doing to Ben Shalom. And Ben was just kind of like this. And Eddie was in his face and he was talking to him. You seen that? Threatening him almost. Because, it was almost one of those things where it wasn't necessarily a brawl, but a little mini brawl. But it wasn't a riot. It was a mini brawl. And I've seen Eddie get in situations like that before. And compared to this shit, you can tell he took those other situations a lot better than he took now. This was orchestrated. This was personal. There was no reason for Eddie to do that unless he did not like or feel some type of way about Ben Shalom. Because it was Ben Shalom he went after. Because, everybody was trying to get broken. He pushed him and he shoved him again. And he put his finger in his face. And Ben was like, whoa, trying to, put his hands up like in defense mode. Eddie wasn't having that shit. If it was between Eddie and that guy, and if he could get away with it, and I don't think he gave a damn. I think Eddie was acting exactly how Eddie felt about Ben Shalom. Again, he showed us and he showed everyone how he truly feels about Ben Shalom. He could care less, and if I had my choice, I would smack him in the face. You know what I mean? Or more. So, yeah, we've seen the Conor Ben getting smacked with the egg, by Chris Eubank Jr., but this is a new inch of footage that's showing Eddie in action against Ben Shalom. You guys tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!